Good evening. Welcome to our concert series tonight, our first inaugural concert series, featuring tonight the Savage Brothers. Great entertainment coming for you, so a brief ceremony and we'll get right to the music. We welcome you all to our new home. Thank you for being part of our building dedication ceremony. We're also pleased to be celebrating our 60th year of service. Thank you all for your support and your belief in our mission over the many years. To start our ceremony, I ask everyone to rise while the Manchester Police Department Honor Guard hosts our colors. Please remain standing for our national anthem, performed tonight by our very own Michael Robinson, a member of our board of directors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Michael. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Would you all please join us in a moment of silence in honor of our servicemen and servicewomen for their unwavering commitment to our nation, and in memory of all of our friends and relatives who are no longer with us. Although their physical presence is gone, they live on in our hearts forever. Thank you.
Detail, carry, color. Left, face. Forward, march. On your left.
We are honored to have with us here tonight, and I would like to invite Dr. Saad Anwar to the podium to offer an opening prayer. Dr. Anwar is a physician who specializes in lung diseases and critical care medicine. Dr. Anwar is involved in humanitarian and peace initiatives nationally and internationally, and is the founder of the American Muslim Peace Initiative, an organization working to reach out and to improve interfaith understanding in the United States and internationally. Dr. Anwar's extensive efforts nationally and internationally promote the values we all cherish: diversity, acceptance, and community. Dr. Anwar.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin with the name of God, the most gracious and the most merciful. O our beloved, we thank you for all the blessings that you have provided us. O our beloved, we thank you for giving us the perfect examples to live by, those of Abraham, Isaac, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Our beloved, we ask you to give us the understanding and recognition of your perfection and the wisdom to recognize that perfection only creates perfection, and allow us to be able to become instruments to spread the perfect message that you have sent to help our fellow beings. And we thank God for people who have been working and serving within Mark to make the difference that they have made for the past 60 years, and allow us to recognize and thank you for our capacity and Mark's capacity to be able to expand into other and new and better and bigger place to make the difference every single day that we have been doing. Only you are the source of power, and we thank you for giving us the capacity to serve, and we thank for all the beautiful people who have been doing these beautiful things. We thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Anwar. Throughout our history, we've received great support from our town, state, and federal government. The support of our legislators and elected officials, their belief in our mission, and their willingness to provide essential funding for our services has been instrumental in our success. This time I'd ask Kevin Zingler, our marketing director and past member of the Town of Manchester Board of Directors, to introduce our elected officials and dignitaries that have taken the time out of their very busy schedules to be with us here tonight.
Thank you, Ken. Welcome, everyone, and I'd like to first welcome Lieutenant Governor Nancy Wyman for joining us. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. State Representative Steve Cassano for joining us. Thank you, Steve. Oh, State Senator, I apologize. State Representative Jeff Luxembourg. State Representative Jason Rojas. Leo V. Diana, Mayor of the Town of Manchester. I'd also like to welcome Chief Bob Bykowski from the Manchester Fire Department. Police Chief Mark Montminy. Town Director Rudy Kissman. Rudy, thank you for joining us. I'd also like to thank Jeffrey Romans from the Archdiocese of Hartford for joining us on stage. Scott Caddy, pastor of Emmanuel Lutheran Church, thank you for joining us. Cantor Anita Sherber and Veronica Craig of Beth Shalom Ben Israel, thank you for joining us. And Heather Summer from Pratt & Whitney, Community Affairs Manager, who is sponsoring this entire concert series. Thank you, Heather, for all your support.
Thank you, Kevin. The ruse to get Kevin up here to really do that introduction was really to take a moment to thank him for all of his hard work. He was a spearhead for this event tonight. It was a daunting challenge, and he took it on with enthusiasm and, as always, with great success. So I just want to take a moment also to thank Kevin. We are also very fortunate at Mark to have a dedicated, very dedicated, talented board of directors. Their guidance and hard work provided the cornerstone of our 5-year capital campaign, resulting in our acquisition of these beautiful properties that we are enjoying tonight. Would all of our board members please stand as your name is called? Carol Lamb, our Vice President. Dave Gutweiler, Treasurer. Manny Lehrman, Secretary. Director Christine Gimalis. Director Charles Godding. Director Justin Grabowski. Director Scott Harrison. Director Arnell Hines, who's unable to be with us tonight. Director Dr. Joe Pagano. Director and singer extraordinaire Michael Robinson. Director Bill Spencer. Director Rich Tyrell. Director Scott Trice, and Director Leroy Washington. Thank you all for your support and your service to our organization. Unable to be with us here tonight is our president, Dottie Cannon. She's vacationing. She had to enjoy Jamaica, and I don't blame her. I'm sure she's having a great time. But she did prepare a short message for us that we'd like to play for you.
Good evening. My name is Dorothy Cannon, and I am president of the MARC Board of Directors. I apologize for not being with you this evening, but am out of town on a prior commitment. It's hard to believe that 60 years ago, this was just a dream by a group of individuals who wanted better for their children with disabilities. They wanted a place where their children could learn and become valuable members to society. A year ago, we were in the back of the Manchester Parkade. Now we're in a facility that allows us to have more programs and allows us to help more individuals. It's not unusual to go into area businesses and see our people at work or participating in the shredding services we offer here at the facility. As a business owner, I can't tell you how gratifying it is to have individuals come to my place of business and we just spend time making cookings. Yes, it's about giving back, but what the individual gives to me is priceless. As we celebrate this evening, I want to thank the staff for all their time and effort in organizing this great event. In particular, I want to thank Kevin Ziegler, who spent hours in dotting all the I's, crossing the T's, our staff, and our Public Relations Committee for their valuable input to make this happen. Most importantly, I also want to thank all of our supporters, and Betty Lou Sandy from Betty Lou's Gardening for spearheading the efforts to spruce up the grounds. Also to Botticello Farms, USA Hauling, Garden Sales, D. DuBaldo Electric, Highland Park Market, the Manchester Garden Club, Wickham Park, Walter Ziegler, Gordon Palmer, Tom Tierney of Tierney Funeral Home, and Jean Morin from Landtech Landscaping for all their donations to help make the grounds look so good for this dedication. We could not do what we do as an organization without their valuable donations. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank you for being here as we celebrate 60 years of service. Have a wonderful evening. Good evening. My name is Dorothy Cannon, and I am president of the MARC Board of Directors. I apologize for not being with you this evening, but am out of town on a prior commitment. It's hard to believe that 60 years ago, this was just a dream by a group of individuals who wanted better for their children with disabilities. They wanted a place where their children could learn and become valuable members to society. A year ago, we were in the back of the Manchester Parkade. Now we're in a facility that allows us to have more programs and allows us to help more individuals. It's not unusual to go into area businesses and see our people at work or participating in the shredding services we offer here at the facility. As a business owner, I can't tell you how gratifying it is to have individuals come to my place of business and we just spend time making cookings. Yes, it's about giving back, but what the individual gives to me is priceless. As we celebrate this evening, I want to thank the staff for all their time and effort in organizing this great event. In particular, I want to thank Kevin Ziegler, who spent hours in dotting all the I's, crossing the T's, our staff, and our Public Relations Committee for their valuable input to make this happen. Most importantly, I also want to thank all of our supporters and Betty Lou Sandy from Betty Lou's Gardening for spearheading the efforts to spruce up the grounds. Also to Botticello Farms, USA Hauling, Garden Sales, D. DuBaldo Electric, Highland Park Market, the Manchester Garden Club, Wickham Park, Walter Ziegler, Gordon Palmer, Tom Tierney of Tierney Funeral Home, and Jean Morin from Landtech Landscaping for all their donations to help make the grounds look so good for this dedication. We could not do what we do as an organization without their valuable donations. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank you for being here as we celebrate 60 years of service. Have a wonderful evening.
Just over 60 years ago, on April 24th, 1952, the first meeting of our organization was held. In attendance that day were 19 parents and 4 guests with the intended purpose of changing the world. This group would work tirelessly on behalf of people with developmental disabilities to change perceptions, develop opportunities, and demand equal treatment under the law for all. This small group inherently understood the value of all people, held the belief that life could and must be better for people with disabilities, and set out to change our society for the better. Inspired by and inspiring other similar groups around the state and nation, our founding members took on the daunting challenge of shaping societal evolution. Their efforts resulted in a civil rights movement that values acceptance, not rejection, admiration, not shame, inclusion, not seclusion, and most importantly, a better life for us all. Included in our program are the minutes and roster of our organization's first meeting on that date. This letter demonstrates the influence that a small group of committed individuals can exert on a society when the forces of right are on their side. Much has been written and much has been said about our greatest generation, a generation that overcame great adversity, that defeated the scourge of Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, a generation that built much of the infrastructure our nation requires to grow and prosper, a hard-working, proud generation that understands without hesitation the honor in the fight for societal change and equal justice for all. The hard work, perseverance, and insight of our founding members and their hard-won victories are a proud example of our greatest generation's greatest achievements. We're forever grateful to all of you for your success, and we live on and we will carry on your mantle and your torch and follow your example for many, many years to come. Again, at this time, I'd like to ask Kevin Zingler to come up and facilitate the presentation of citations and comments from our guests tonight.
Thank you, Ken. Let's give Ken a round of applause. Congressman John Larson has been a strong supporter of Mark over the years. Unfortunately, he could not be here tonight. He was hoping to catch a flight out of Washington, but he got held up in the House. But he did send his greetings with a certificate of special congressional recognition, and I did want to acknowledge that. Thank you, Congressman Larson, for being here in spirit. Senator Richard Blumenthal also had a critical vote in the Senate today, and unfortunately could not make a flight to join us here, but he wanted to be here, and he sends his best regards. And he sent us a certificate of special recognition to Mark Inc. of Manchester in recognition of 60 years of supporting people with developmental disabilities. So thank you, Senator Blumenthal. At this time, it's an honor and privilege to introduce to you our Lieutenant Governor, Nancy Wyman, for a citation and greetings from the state of Connecticut. Nancy?
Thank you very, very much, and congratulations, Mark. Isn't this a great day for everybody? It sure is. A building of your own, and it's taken you 60 years to get there. But it's now happening. Though I have to admit, I looked at the date that Mark started in April 24th, and I won't say the year, because it was after I was born. And I just realized how much Mark has accomplished. You think about all you've accomplished in those 60 years. There are very few people that can talk about that kind of accomplishment. You have taken care of people that needed taken care of. You've made them part of the society that they should be part of. And you also helped the families who had needed help when their child or their loved one was born with a disability. You are fantastic. You really are fantastic. And on behalf of the governor and myself, the governor has sent the citation, and I'm not going to read it, but all I just want to say, and I have a citation also for you, that we could not be prouder than to have an organization like MARC here now. Because if it wasn't, we wouldn't have people like Michael Robinson, who did such a great job singing today. Right, Michael? You were great. Thank you, Michael. We are here to celebrate and rejoice and hope that we will continue to have the strength and the ability to follow MARC's boards of directors and follow their lead so that all of our people can have the help that they have been giving. So I know that there's a concert coming. I know that's part of it too. But today, let's celebrate the 60 years of MARC and their new home. God bless you all.
And to bring greetings from the Connecticut General Assembly, I invite State Senator Steve Cassano and former Mayor of Manchester to join us at the podium. Steve?
Thank you, Kevin. I do have a proclamation I'd like to read because it affects all of us, but before I do that, I just want to say congratulations and thanks to MARC for all you have done for Manchester. I had the good fortune to serve for 28 years on the town council board of directors. I think 5 times during that period of time MARC moved. It was extremely difficult, but they moved because they were getting bigger, they were getting stronger, they needed more space, and they were doing more. What people don't realize is the positive impact you have had on this community. Psychologically important, because this community cares about everyone, and that's one of the beauties of Manchester, and that's why MARC flourished as it has. But I remember a lot of the individual things. Just recently, I saw Dave Stansbury over here. Dave Stansbury earned his Eagle Scout Award. Think about that, the difficulty of doing that. How much that means, part of the community. Housing was never available to people with disabilities. I remember Jim Strutter getting the place where Jimmy lives, and housing for other people is a part of the process. You've opened up job opportunities that never existed before. You've created opportunities for people to work that never existed because you fought so that they could have a place to work, earn an income, and earn self-esteem. So this organization is more than a building, it's more than the individuals, it's an organization, a group together that you all have to be very proud of. Because we as Manchester residents are very proud to say Manchester MARC is a part of our community. I have a General Assembly official citations introduced by the members of the legislature: Steve Cassano, 4th Senate District, Jeff Luxembourg from the 12th District, John Thompson from the 13th, Tim Larson from the 11th District, and Jason Rojas from the 9th District. Be it hereby known to all, the General Assembly offers its sincerest congratulations to MARC Inc. in recognition of 60 years of service to people with developmental disabilities and their families from Manchester and 21 surrounding towns, including Ashford, Bloomfield, Columbia, Coventry, East Hartford, Ellington, Glastonbury, Granby, Hartford, Mansfield, New Britain, Newington, Rocky Hill, Somers, South Glastonbury, South Windsor, Stafford Springs, Vernon, Rockville, West Hartford, Wethersfield, and Windsor. We are in fact all encompassing and should be proud of that. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success. Given this 12th day of July 2012 at the State Capitol, Hartford, Connecticut, signed by Don Williams, President Pro Tem, Christopher Donovan, Speaker of the House, and Denise Merrow, Speaker of the State. And who could forget Michael, the voice of the bank. Can I help you, please? Michael Robinson.
Thank you, Senator Cassano. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce from the Town Board of Directors, Mayor Leo V. Diana. Mayor?
Thank you, Kevin. Ken. It's a privilege and honor for me to be here tonight with this esteemed panel. I started the evening in the dedication of Shannon's Place, which was not only moving but very inspiring. Exactly what Mark is, moving, inspiring. All of us on this earth came with different talents, abilities, and challenges. And I'm proud to say that Manchester hosts this great organization, Mark, to trumpet the challenges of people who sometimes don't have a voice. So on behalf of the town of Manchester, I'd like to read our citation. Hereby known to all that the Board of Directors of the town of Manchester hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Mark Inc. of Manchester on 60 years of serving people with disabilities in the community with employment needs, housing, and other services to enhance the quality of life for residents. Mark Inc. of Manchester plays a vital role in the town of Manchester and the surrounding communities by educating the public and showing to all the value of each of these individuals. Thank you for your dedicated service and congratulations on your new locations at 151 and 161 Sheldon Road, Manchester. Thank you very much and congratulations.